Hey guys, how are you doing today? How's everybody doing? Great to see y'all. Excellent, excellent to have all of you guys here. Wonderful. All right, let's see what we have. Question: Mapping reality, subconscious mind, life. Okay. All right. So let's put it in perspective. Let's show you how it goes. So, all right. Let's use analogy that we all can relate to. We have right now. We live in the matrix. So we are being driven to be a digital existence. Everything's on a digital map right now. Your phone have all the info. Everything we do is digital, right? It's not like 30 years ago. Our whole life is embedded in the cloud. You call it the iCloud, the Google Cloud, whatever cloud. All our pictures, all our images, everything about our life is in a cloud, a storage unit, right? Okay. Let's get back to what we call the physical existence. In your physical world, it's the same principle. Your entire life is already coded out or mapped out for you. And what do I mean by coded out or mapped out? All right. So energy we can't destroy, energy we can't create energy. Information is a part of energy. So that means information cannot be created or it cannot be destroyed. It can only be transferred. So I'll give you an example. When you say, oh, Mark, I had this brilliant idea. No, that wasn't your idea. It was an idea that was floating out in the multiverse that you picked up. Everything that could ever possibly exist is already out here. The key is you have to tap into what's already there for you. So tapping in is a secret. So to tap in to higher levels, if you want to manifest real fast, you want to bring things into existence, anything you want to do, you have to tap into the subconscious part of your consciousness. When you can tap in, when you become a friend with your subconscious mind, when you make your subconscious mind your servant, which is what it wants to do, when the subconscious mind becomes impressed enough, it will take you to new heights, to new places, to manifest anything quickly, easily, or effortlessly. And the secret is you have to learn to tap into what's already yours. So I'm here to tell you that your life, man, the things that you want to accomplish, the things that you want to do, where you want to go, all your achievements, it's mapped out in the cloud. It's there. We call it an event of possibilities first. Think about that, right? Isn't that fantastic? Mark, my entire life is mapped out. That's correct. Your entire life is mapped out. Your entire existence, what you want to become, where you want to go, what you want to achieve, what you want to have. I'm telling you, done deal. It's in the space-time continuum. It's laid out for you. So all you have to do is go tap into it. Okay, you tap into it through, I'm looking at these questions here now. You tap into it through the ether. So listen, they'll tell you, the ether doesn't exist. The ether is just something. Listen, the ether really does exist, man. You know what they did with the ether? Because they knew the ether existed in the 18th century and they don't want to feel stupid. So you know what they did? They changed it from the ether and they called it the 0-point energy field. That's the way science can say, oh, we messed up, but we don't want to make it look like we messed up, so we're just going to change the name from ether to this. But it's the same thing. So when you hear physicists say 0-point energy field, that is exactly what they are talking about, is the ether. So the ether is the source that powers the entire system of existence. 0-point means that an infinite amount of energy is in any point in space right now, and it's all connected to you and I through our heart-brain coherence, and we tap into that right now. And then what powers, you know what your imagination is, right? You have imagination, right? So you can get up and you can imagine stuff. First of all, I wonder if you know this, that it takes power to run things. Like the cells in your body needs power, mitochondria. They have a source, your food, energy. They break it down, they create enzymes, they create proteins, they create energy. Everything takes power to work, right? You know that, right? So, what about your imagination? What powers your imagination? Well, someone says, oh, my brain powers my imagination. What powers your brain? Oh, my heart powers my imagination. What powers your heart? Oh, my blood. Okay, what powers the blood? The electromagnetic spectrum force. What powers the electromagnetic spectrum force? I don't know. I thought that was it. No, there's something that powers everything, man. Everything has to have a power source. So the power source of your imagination is the ether, the 0 point energy field. And guess what, people? You are tapped into it right now. You cannot not be tapped into the ether. You got to understand that. So the ether is there, the 0 point field is there. So what you want to utilize to get to the field, to get to your desired reality that's mapped out for you, is called your subconscious blueprint. In the subconscious mind, there exists a totally different version of reality that's in your regular mind. It's an emotional map of reality. In your conscious mind, it's a surface level map of reality. You got that? In your regular mind, you see physical world, you see physical stuff, you have thinking, thought, you have actions, you have all these limitations. In the subconscious mind, there's layers. You have a layer of where it's an emotional reality based on what you feel. There's another layer where there's an infinite amount of reality based on what you feel. And there's another layer where there's an infinite amount, not an infinite amount of reality, but an infinite amount of versions of you experiencing different points in what we call the space-time spectrum. And when you can tap into that field, that's when your life circumstances will change. What is life? What is reality? Can anyone answer me that question? What is this thing that we're living in? What is this thing that we're doing? What is all of this that we're experiencing? What is the powerhouse of it? Who is controlling it? What is making us feel and think and see the color red and smell roses and smell vanilla, when we know that there's no such thing as the color red, there's no such thing as vanilla, you can't actually taste anything? What is going on here? The answer to that is the freedom to change your life. How many people know that? By you knowing the answer, you can break the matrix. When I talk about the matrix, I'm talking about the hologram of reality. You can break it and you can change and create a new rendering of yourself. Someone says, whoa, I asked myself this before this live. Well, my friend, now you're going to get the answer. So what powers and generates our life is called awareness. That's it. Looking around, smelling, hearing, touch, that's part of our awareness. Check this out. You are about, let's say you're 100%. So you're 100% of you. Okay, you're 100%. Here's the thing. 100% of you, and there's only, listen very carefully now, there is only 2% of the 100% of you that's seeing all of this right now. 98% of you is not here. You're projecting from your 100%, 2% to live in this world. That's all you're doing. You're just projecting a slight bit of your true self to experience this stuff. The real you is somewhere out there. It's not even in a dimension. It's not even in space or time. By the way, Did you know? Yes, you're everywhere all at once. Check this out. Did you know that space and time is a part of your imagination? That is a part of your rendering? Like there's space and time is not a real thing. Well, you are not a real thing if you want to get technical. But I want to make it make sense to you in a simple way. So when you hear people say time doesn't exist, space, and yes, and you are alive and dead at the same time in a different version of reality. That's correct. Someone asked me, what do you mean space? Okay, look around you. Okay, go look around. You see the space around you? Okay, look at your phone or your watch. You see the time that's ticking? Okay, can you feel? Sometimes you can feel when it's 4 o'clock. You know you can feel it. You can feel when it's a Saturday, right? Some of us say, today's a Saturday. It feels like a Saturday. It feels like a Sunday, right? You say that, right? You say it feels like a Monday or a Tuesday. Okay, so all of those things happen together, right? And then we say, oh, it's real. It's not real, people. Our bodies adjust to our illusions. Our consciousness adjusts to the illusions. The illusion adjusts to the illusion. So when you see the space and time around you, that is your illusion. That's my illusion. That's all of our illusion. It cannot, there's nowhere outside. Now, what's really fascinating is some physicists now have found something outside of space and time. When they find it, they do this through mathematical calculations. So the mathematics or the math tells them that our space and our time is fake. There's something outside. There's a geometric structure outside of space-time, like an obelisk kind of structure. That's what the math is describing. So outside, yes, outside of the simulation, there is some kind of geometric high-dimensional pattern maybe powering this illusion. Who knows what it is? We don't have the technology. We don't have the understanding yet. The math is just showing us that, wait a minute, space and time aren't real. So if space and time aren't real, that literally means anything you manifest is already here and now, but it's somewhere where you haven't the awareness to experience it yet. And this is where the subconscious mind comes in. The only part of your consciousness that can reveal the hidden from the dark to the light is the subconscious mind. That's the only part. Your conscious mind can't do nothing. So the fact that whatever you think about, I'm even gonna get deeper to you. Listen to this. This may shock you. Check this out. The minute, the nanosecond, the Planck scale whatever you want to call it, the fastest amount of time, let's call it, the minute you think of something in your imagination, it is existing somewhere right now. You have rendered it into a separate, call it universe, than where you're living right now. This applies to health. This applies to self-esteem. This applies to how you see yourself. This applies to the value you give yourself. The problem, listen carefully now, the problem is no one knows where to find it. No, that's not the problem. My bad. Sorry. I'm going ahead of myself. The problem is no one knew that this stuff was there. That's the problem. So when they find out, the next problem is, all right, Mark just showed me that everything exists all at once. There's no space-time. It's an illusion. My mind is tricking me, making me feel Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, da. Mark just told me that all my desires, I want to be a successful entrepreneur, I want to do this, I want to get better health. He just told me that it's all here right now. Okay, great. Now the problem is, where do I find it? Can I find it? Guess what? You can certainly find it, but you don't want to find it, right? What do you want to do? You want to live it. I don't want to find it. I want to live it. I want to experience the best version of me. I want to experience what my consciousness, what I'm here to experience, right? All of you want to experience that, right? So I'm going to show you right now how you can find the infinite and make it a singularity for you to experience in this timeline. And it's far more simple than you could ever imagine. Okay. What is the limit for money to what? To do, I don't get that. The one to what? Money to do a one to what? Okay. All right. So, how are you going to find and then experience that thinking imagination you want? Okay. I'm going to tell you how you're not going to find it. You're never, ever, ever going to find your true potential, your best version, your goals, your dreams, your aspiration, your brilliant ideas. They will never, ever, 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 let me repeat this, they'll never, ever, ever come up here in your smart mind. I don't care if you have an IQ, you have the highest IQ, you got the A's in the class, you're very smart, you could be a electrical engineer, a computer science, a doctor, a nurse, a lawyer, all of that. And you're watching this right now, you could be a professor at a university, you could be MIT teacher, I don't care what you are. You will never, ever find the unfindable with your smart intellect mind. It's impossible to do that. Hey, what's up, my dude? The reason why it's impossible to do that, because, let me show you something. I'm gonna give you an example. Let me show you something here. All right, let's wait, where's this stuff at? Okay. Come here, guy. See this? This is a USB. See the plug? It's plugged in, right? Let's use an analogy. This is your subconscious mind. It's plugged in to the source. This is your conscious mind, but listen to this. Your subconscious mind can't be plugged into this. Your subconscious mind is plugged in. This part of your mind cannot plug in. It's incompatible. So if you're using your conscious mind to find and decode and do and what you want to do, if you plug this in like this, you're going to get an error message that says, cannot connect, cannot connect. So this can't plug in. So that's why I told you, I don't care how smart you are and how high your IQ is, you can never get the top of your game by using your smart mind. You have to go below and use your creative mind. You have to be you have to use the illogical mind. It's very difficult for people to do this, especially when they're used to being an analytical mind. So the first thing you gotta understand now is, okay, so I have to use my subconscious mind to find my coordinate of my desired reality. And then when I use my subconscious mind, now how does my subconscious mind, Mark, bring me what I want? Mark, can you explain that to me? The subconscious mind will bring you whatever you want or desire in two primary ways. Two primary ways. These are the two most powerful ways to get your subconscious mind to work glitch, to find a reality where you're successful and make it real in this world. There's two ways. Emotions and feelings, number one, we call them 1A, 1B, emotions and feelings, and pictures. Pictures, pictures, pictures. If you can picture, if you can feel, if you can emotionalize, if you can imagine, if you can look at physical picture and create an emotion by looking at a picture, and if you do that over and over again, the subconscious mind is going to go into the infinite ether, 0-point energy field, and it's going to pinpoint that reality that you've been thinking about, that you over there right now are living it, but it's a parallel version of you living it. So what it's going to do, it can't mess with your parallel self living and creating a reality. So you know what it does? What the subconscious mind does, it creates copies, it creates duplicates. So it goes over to the parallel version of you that's already living a successful life, and it says, all right, so you got this. Hey, what's up, Mark? Don't mind me, I'm just going to take a copy of your parallel life here, and I'm going to take this copy, I'm going to bring it to the other mark that doesn't have this. So I'm going to take your copy. My parallel says, all right, man, go ahead, take the copy. I don't care, as long as you're not messing up my life. He says, no, I'm just taking a copy. All right, fine. Takes the copy, brings it to you here, because you don't have the copy because you want to live that life. So it's going to take that copy, and the copy is going to come into your consciousness, and the copy is going to erase the life that you're living now, and it's going to morph into the life that you want to live. That's the simplest way I can make it easy for you to understand. See how it does? So whatever happens with every person's parallel version of yourself, it doesn't affect the parallel version of yourself because it's already existing. What it does, it just takes copies of that version of yourself because it's infinite. It's not going to affect anything. So it's going to do an energy exchange. It's going to say, hey man, check this out. I'm just going to take a copy of you. Sure, take a copy, man, because it's not affecting me. You mind if I take a copy of the life you're living? Yeah, go ahead. Copy this. I'm going to copy and paste. I'm going to paste it in this reality. And now let me show you now. And let me show you now how it's going to morph into the physical world. So this is what people call miracle. So what happens now? So I get the copy. The first thing the copy gets, it gets transferred into my consciousness. I'm not aware of it yet because these are all invisible. These are beyond my conscious awareness. This is a field of energy that my senses can't pick up. However, it's being downloaded, it's being transferred as I speak into my subconscious. So when my subconscious gets all the information, what my subconscious does now, it's going to form what's called a map of reality. So first thing my subconscious is going to do is going to get the copy. It's going to download the copy of my parallel self, my life I live. It's going to put it there. It's going to make a map. It's going to say, all right, so let me make this a file easy for Mark's smart mind to read so he can experience it. So he's going to take the file of the infinite version that I want. He's going to bring it in. Then it's going to make it into another file where my mind can feel it, can see it, can touch it, can taste it, can have it, can experience it. So here's how it works now. So once the information gets downloaded, I have a new map of reality. Now, subconscious says, all right, conscious mind, check this out. I have a new map of reality for Mark. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to send you a little bit of information because I can't give you the whole information right now, because if I give you the whole information, it'll override you and you're just not capable of taking. You can only process about 10%. So I'm just going to baby feed you until you get the whole thing. And that baby feed in you is what you see as time. Aha moment. The information that is slowly given your conscious mind is what you and I perceive as things taking time. You get that now? So see, I just brought everything together for you. See that? So what your subconscious does is going to give your consciousness on a need-to-know basis. So those little information, okay, let me make it even better for you now. I'm going to give you real-time facts. Here we go. Rita. You ever been there and you get the aha moment, you're like, damn, why didn't I think of that? You make a call, some good happens. That's an example of the baby feeding. So you just gave it. Okay, another thing. Wow, I need to go do this. You do that? Wow, turns out I'm gonna call this person. Person got a connection for me. Wow, I'm gonna do. That's the subconscious baby feeding the conscious for you to create the reality. And that process of the baby feed is what you and I see as it's taken 5 months, 1 year, 5 years. We perceive that as time. But keep in mind, in actual existence, it was there already. It's just because the mind we use is not compatible with the file. So your subconscious have to change the file. It's like your phone. Sometimes you get a file, your phone says, this file is not compatible. We have to change this file so your phone can read it. So you go in an app, you get another file, it converts the file so your phone can read it. It's the same way with your subconscious. Your subconscious has so much information, it's so much more powerful that it cannot use the same file as your mind, so it has to dummy down. The file has to get compressed. And check this out. Here's something fascinating that you may not know. Whenever your subconscious gets the file for you, right? Your file is in 5D. 6D, whatever HD, it's in the highest definition you can ever exist. But because our brain and our minds, we can't exist and see things in 5 and 6D and HD and all that. So when the file gets compressed, it's going to lose some of its power. So this is why when you're in the 3D, you're limited. Because the file, when it's downloaded, your mind can't process high definition stuff, man. So this is why your mind, what I call glitches, when it's trying to figure out how to help you. Have you ever noticed when your mind tries to figure out to help you and it can't help you? That's an example of that compression, because the file was too HD. It's like your mind says, oh, we can't figure that out. I don't know how you're going to do that. Da-da-da. That's the example of the file being compressed so that you can exist in 3. Now, Mark, how do you know this to be true? It's a very simple ABC, and let me tell you how you can know this to be true, and you can go research this for yourself. Check this out. This is how you know it's true. People, you and I, we see the world 5 senses. People, there are trillions of cells in your body. There are trillions of receptors. There are trillions of information going on around you right now that you can't see, feel, taste, or touch, but it's happening billions and billions of times. Your file has been compressed where you can only see 5%, 5 senses. That's how you know. If this wasn't true, then you could feel and see everything. You can't do it. That's one way. The other way is we look at the totality of reality. We now know that our reality that we see, and we look outside, we're only seeing about 20 or even 10% of the true stuff. When you look at the planet, Mars, Venus, and you look at those beautiful spiral galaxies, and you look at the stars, people, that's only 15% of the real universe. 95% of the real stuff is hidden. I can't see it. That's how you know that right around us it's happening. So what does this mean for you? What does all this information mean for you? How can this information change your life? Well, this information can change your life because now you know the inner workings, and now you can have more confidence, and now you don't have to stress or worry because you know it's already done. You are like gods. You have it already. So all you have to do is just be patient and allow the process to unfold. Let the baby speak. You can't speed up the baby feeding, man. That's just how it works. Because if your subconscious gives your conscious mind all information, you probably can't. You'll go mad. You'll go cuckoo, loco. The main point of your subconscious mind is to make sure that your thoughts become coherent or consistent with your current reality. The main job is to make sure everything matches up with your conscious mind. This is why it has to compress the file. It can't give you, if you give your mind HD, first of all, you're not going to be able, you cannot process HD in your conscious mind. Can't do it. It's just because it's just not built for that. Okay? Your subconscious is processing HD right now. That's your true self. So you got to remember, you're just a part of you is here for an experience. So you can heal yourself. You can change your confidence. You can make your business grow. You can manifest more success. You can manifest the lottery. You can manifest the real estate. You can manifest anything. You can become the best version of yourself. You can do anything you want to do. You can have anything you want to have as long as it's in your belief system. See how it works? Someone says, I want to be a millionaire. You can be a millionaire. You can be whatever you want to be. It's just about how you see the limitations or the limitless in your mind. You can only ever experience what you believe and see as your reality. You can't go beyond that if you don't open it up. That's how the game works. The game is matching your level of power. What's your level of power? You can even change your looks. You can definitely change your looks because your looks are controlled by the cells. See how that works? Yes, today should be your day to open up to a new level of awareness. That's what I want to leave you with today. And I will see you guys again next time.